Jesus Christ, does he not know how to fucking primary? Oh my god.
As you can tell by that, we are back once again from the depths of despair. The gamer cheese is here to stay.
Oh my god.
And not that... Okay. There you go. Now, as you can see, we are getting closer and closer to... I forgot about all that. Okay. But no. So, one of the things that I would like to talk about is the speed running of this game. I mean, I think it's quite possibly one of the more fun speed runs to watch in general. Just something about it. Mainly the people that speedrun it. The people that's... Okay, that one, that was a bit... And I was actually about to start talking about stuff like that because of it. So the people that speedrun it are generally pretty nice people. But, there's also the big fact that this game is really easy to break. You saw in the very first episode where I managed to bypass the first of the whole sections in the first level. Now, that's pretty standard, or not standard, but standard speed run. And furthermore, most people that can actually speed run this game, speed run it well, you know, easily can get past that, no problem. Well, that was that part done. Probably the most lives I spent on one part. But still, game itself, like Spyro, not nearly to the extent of Spyro. We might actually do a Spyro Let's Play eventually. And unlike Crash, I'll probably do that one in order. Because right now I'm doing Crash 1. After this, I'll probably do Crash... Or right now I'm doing Crash 2. After this, I'll probably do Crash 1. And then Crash 3. Because in my opinion, Crash 3 is the worst out of the original trilogy. Because they added too many gimmicky levels. Because in this game you have 2 or 3 levels. Or 4 technically if you count the wakeboarding levels, their own levels, but they're more just mini games in a level. Shit. But no, they're more mini games in a level, so I wouldn't really count them. Crash 1 is noticeably more difficult than any of the other Crash games. Crash 3 is easier than this one.
Boy? You know what, boy?
And that's saying something. Like, unlike the other 2 of the main trilogy, like Crash 1, you actually have to worry about lives if you're playing it casually. Unless, say, because I remember when I played through it, as in first full time playing through it, because I had it beforehand, but I never actually beat it. That's the word I was looking for. But what was I going to say? Oh yeah, first actual time I was playing through it for the sake of completing it, I was having a really hard time staying alive, and because of the save system not being... So, we haven't touched upon the save system at all. As in, at all. There's the save system. Just go near it and you save. In Crash 1, you could only save at certain points. Namely,
Ah! Ah!
you could only save when you, what was it? Got a gem, you beat a Cortex level, beat a Tana bonus level. I may be misremembering, but it was just some arbitrary condition that was pretty difficult to meet, mainly just because what would happen is you might get a lead in lives. Maybe it would have maybe like I have 10 lives right now. You may get
Would you stop? Jesus.
10 lives, and you think I'm good. I don't need any more. I'm fine. Get to a hard level, lose 10 lives. Well, shit out of luck, Bubzobimo. You are back like 4 levels because that was the last time you saved. Or not even last time you saved, but rather the last time you could have saved. Right over there. Now, we saw one of those back in, I believe, the second warp room. And the thing with those are they are death challenge or death trials. So basically, if you make it through the level without dying once, up to that point, make it up to that level, up to that point. There we go, that's what I was looking to do. Okay, but if you make it up to that level, or up to that point in a level without dying, then you get that one-time trial, and again,
God,
like
dude,
the other
Jesus, MLB
secret areas or hidden areas or bonus areas, it's to get extra boxes. That one in particular is to get, I believe, the second to last colored gem in the game. There are 5 colored gems and 25 gray gems. That's how you get 100%. We're not doing a 100% run, and God, we are not doing. When we eventually get to Spyro, we are not doing 100% runs of those. I've done those once. That's enough. That is more than enough for me to do Spyro ones for 100%. Except it's not even 100% in Spyro 1, it's 120%. Spyro 2, it's 100%. And Spyro 3, it's 117%. I don't understand it. It's just what they chose. Yeah. So, that's honestly how it is. Ugh. So how many levels do we have left? 3? As you can tell, probably by the length of the video, the levels are getting a tad bit longer. Being that we are in the 4th warp room. Meaning we are at the end of the game almost. One more warp room after this. So, you know how it is. Oh well. But no, when we get to Spyro, or on the topic of speedrunning and jankiness and somewhat glitchy games, if you could say somewhat with a straight face, is Spyro games came out like 9 months apart. Like they were, how do I put it? They were really good games nonetheless, but they were done very quickly. And one of the big side effects of them is it's really easy to glitch. Like, way easier. See, there's another death route. Whee! Oh shit. Whee! Whee! There we go. Come on, little dude. There we go. You know, that would have been easier if we had a Aku Aku, but what do you do? Oh well. Ooh. Before we ever get to Spiral, however, I will be... Okay, I thought I had an Aku Aku there. That was on my part entirely.
Yeah, I just lost major motivation in this. I'm just gonna switch to that.
Before I get to Spiral, I will most definitely be doing Crash Team Racing. It's a lot longer than... Okay, I'm fucking this up, boys. But, yeah. It's a lot more... It's a lot longer, I would say. Solely because... Unless you're, like, one of the pro dudes who are just really good at timing their boost slides, it's... Because, like, an any percent run for Crash Team Racing is, like, an hour and a half. Just like how an 80% run for Crash 2 is like 30 minutes. Like, it's... But, you know, for me playing it normally, it'll probably take me like 4 hours. And that's if I get lucky with the nitrous oxide fight. Or nitrous oxide race, rather. Because I remember the first time I played through Crash Team Racing, or first time I beat it, again, rather, whenever I refer to something as first time played through it, it's usually just like the first time I ever played through to beat it. Because there was this time when I first had these games, we didn't have a memory card, so it was basically just good luck, try and get as far as you can. And so we usually use just cheat codes to do whatever we wanted, get all the characters, all the stages, you know, basic sort of stuff. I was playing through it on an emulator. And, well, I got really lucky with the nitrous oxide race. So, if you don't know, every boss in Crash Team Racing throws out, like, item, TNT, chemicals, or beakers, bombs, that sort of thing. However, nitrous oxide throws out all three. He's faster than any other characters, with the exception of Penta Penguin, but he's not in the campaign. It's quite a fight, and it doesn't help that he cheats by starting 1 second before you do. Look at those fire-breathing dudes! They must have had barbecue for sure! Well, at least they gave you like a extra life there. Just sort of like, you tried. Oh, wait. That was a Wampa extra life. I thought it would... See, when we get to Crash 1, you will see how these kind of levels are like just the worst in Crash. Solely because the depth perception isn't the best, and it doesn't help that I have to use a D-pad instead of a a analog stick, which shit. There's the fire-breathing dudes. They must have had barbecue for sure. At least I can always bet on these question mark rates. Yeah, I timed them pretty bad, to be honest. And I only have 4 lives left. That's not good. Which means after this level, I am going to take it out, or take it personally to save. Because I do not wish to get a game over. Otherwise, I would have to restart from my last save, and I have not saved once in this whole run. Otherwise, you know, about an hour and a half of work. Oh, fuck. All down the drain. All down the flushed away drain. Well, at least the next time I'm here, if I'm here again, I can get an extra life. Which will help considerably. As you can see, by the fact that I'm having to move, and if you don't notice that, then just by the fact that I'm sliding, yes, you don't really have a control how you move. Look at that, they're giving you an Aku Aku and a checkpoint. What could go wrong? Well, that's what can go wrong. That is exactly what can go wrong. And now I don't think the Aku Aku oh, he does respawn. I do not want to miss that. Okay. And that's the only level that guy's in. And actually think of him as a mini boss. Like, you know how it is. Well, that's almost the end of this this fun adventure. We are now to the 4th. Oh, forgot the last level. See, I'm looking at the time I'm recording it, and I'm thinking we're done. And I realize, oh yeah, we're not done. Oh, well, we're going in this level with an Aku Aku, which is pretty good. And there's a second one here. We got double Aku Akus. We should be fine. I hope we're fine. See, now, as you may have noticed from the last time I was here, last time I was in these sort of levels, where I burrowed. The bees can't get you. However, any lumberjacks that are around can and will get you. And that can be quite troublesome. Like right here, you're going to have to speed through and get in. Otherwise, the bees are going to get you. And if you stayed under, the lumberjack would have been able to get you there. See now, you see that nitro thing right there? That's one of those secret levels. And the only way how you could really tell from that, other than the fact that if you ever get to that point, and let's say you get to that point, and you go back for some reason, but no, the main way how you can tell is, unlike all other nitro, they don't hop. Okay, we have 1 life left, or 2 lives left. Excuse me. We are fucked if we get a game over. I am going to make sure to. I want to make sure to save in between levels, or in between warps, just to be safe. Now, the thing is, what I know what some of you are saying, like, go through there. There's no bees. It should be easier. Okay, that was bullshit. First off, secondly, you don't. Well, I don't have the crystal yet, and it doesn't warp you back here. It just warps you back to the warp room. So, you know, can't really do it.
Fucking distant star. Oh my god.
That was a close one.
I saw that. Psychotic.
That was a real close one.
I was right behind you. Hey, I am MLG. I am MLG. Watch. MLG. I got stuck on it.
Okay, 1 life, which means, well, technically, if we get to 0 lives, that's the real problem. However, being the Crash Pro Master that I am,
dude, I just got a hit marker with no scope. Fuck you.
will not get to 0. And that is a Tyler promise, certified by yours truly, Tyler Gustin of the Ku Klux Klan Division, Grand Forks. Okay. Let's just get through the death animation. We know. Warp room. Save us now. Mm-hmm.
Dude, they're like fucking destroying us.
There we go. Now we're safe. And I can go die. And I won't have to worry about a game over fucking everything up. However, I am now back at the beginning of the level. I'm going to try and save this Aku Aku until we get to the section in question, which has posed troublesome. I don't even get why these bees are so pissed. They're just walking by their hive. Usually when I walk by a beehive, they want to see me. They're like, howdy do, Tyler. Okay. Shit. Fuck. Ass cunt. Here goes the whole purpose of me going back to the warp room. Shit! No, I got one extra life, so that's a consolation prize. I feel like that's an extra life.
Get ready for what? Is this like scheduled street ball or something? What the fuck? Oh my god.
So, yeah, that's just how life is.
YMCA shit.
Okay, that one I did not understand. Both the quote and the death. Of course I want to continue. There we go. Now we have 4 lives again. We can go with Akuraku. This level, this warp room's taking a lot longer than it should. First 3 are a breeze compared to this one. And it's mainly because of levels like this. The next warp room's pretty easy, if I remember correctly. Now, hopefully, I can make it to the point where I don't need to. There we go. That's what I needed. Now I just need to survive. To that part. The now infamous part in this Let's Play. Fuck off, you cunt bag! Okay, I don't know how I had so much trouble that last time. It was probably, you know, pressure. Because when I'm under pressure with these sort of things, I usually do terribly. There we go. That was easy. I have no idea why I fucked up so much. That should be like a theme. That's like the theme to this whole Let's Plays. I don't know why I fucked up so much. But I did. Well, shit. At least I have 4 lives. That's the last words I said before I got another game over. See, I'm already jinxed it. I can go down there or any time, and I collect some extra wampas. I love how if I'm in the diving animation, I can't be hit, which is nice. Now the thing is, if any part of that particle, any part of it, touches you, you are dead. Instantly. Okay, that one I didn't hear him. Good thing I span. Spun? Spun's the word, not span. Oh, well, lucky for me, lucky for everyone at home, this boss fight is, again, pretty easy. Not as hard as Tiny Tiger. Way easier than, or way harder than Cortex. Which isn't saying much. There we go. It's a bit odd considering the fact that, I don't know, Cortex is usually the easiest boss in the whole game out of all of them.
She got trapped in a corner. I hate that. Who the fuck does that?
Now, as you can see, very big health bar. The other big thing, we can shoot.
How did I?
Basically, you just have to shoot all these parts. And, dodges everything. See, now in a typical speedrun setting, you would time it so those two claws would fall off at the same time. That way, you don't have to sit through the animation of him shaking his fist at you angrily. I thought the game just froze there.
Holy shit, look at that one kill. Oh my god, pinnacle for the game.
Look at his face when he jumps like that. It's like both his eyes turn into one. Okay, this is not working out as planned once again.
Yeah, it must have promoted you to leader.
However, the second part of this is a lot easier.
I don't know, dude.
Actually, the rest of it's a lot easier. This is honestly the hardest part of the whole boss. And that's just if you want to be greedy, like me. However, if you don't want to be greedy, it's pretty easy.
Well, oh, she's doing grr.
See? The past times I've been very greedy. However, this time I'm trying not to be, since 0 lives and all. Now, yeah, as you can see, you can tell where the rockets are falling, which makes it a lot easier. It's not like the lasers, which have the particles, which may or may not be hitting you. You never know. There we go. That's one of them down. Solid. What the fuck? I've actually never had that happen before. Oh, game over. What are you gonna do? We can try the boss again. 4 lives. There we go. I was thinking, just wiped everything, and then I would have killed myself. Would have been terrible. Dr. Cortex says you should hand the 20 crystals to me. Now you can't hold, you have to rapid fire. And I'm pretty sure there's like a... Actually, pressing it faster does shoot him faster. So I would assume that you could use a turbo controller. So, I mean, if you have a turbo controller, you could probably use it for this. You know what's weird? Why is the Komodo Bros the only one that you get Aku Aku for? Ripperoo doesn't make much sense. It's the first boss, and it's pretty easy. Tiny Tiger doesn't make sense either.
Join us, damn it.
Solely because Tiny is... Well, again, I mean... You can't get an Aku Aku that'll save you from a fall. That would just be a bit OP. Like, not even invincibility can save you from a fall. Alright. And now we're at the final part, which is she's going to start shooting up with that, and it's going to temporarily destroy the platform, and we have to dodge it. There you go. And the boss. And end of an episode. This was Prepare to Face His Wrath. Well, that's the end of this Gamer Cheese extravaganza. After this, we'll
What the fuck? No, it doesn't.
well, you know,
It makes no goddamn sense. Why?
we'll try it again. It'll beat the last level,
Dude, I have
or beat the last warp room.